Yeah,
Let's start with your Cy Young, your midseason Cy Young winner. Who is it?
My midseason Cy Young Award winner is Shane McClanahan. Leads Major League Baseball in wins. He's 11-1 on the mound. Now, I don't love the wins category, but you have, for the majority of the year, the best team in baseball. He was the best pitcher on this team. He's 11-1 with a 2.53 ERA, 101 strikeouts in 96 innings pitched. Now, I didn't even really look at the odds. I don't think I picked the favorite for every single one, but he is the favorite to win the NL or the AL Cy Young Award right now. He's plus 275 to win it. So
he also just went on the 15-day IL with back tightness.
Yes.
So
correct.
That's going to be a bit of a setback.
I have a caveat.
What?
The guy that I would have picked second, I also think.
Can I tell you who I would pick first?
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw.
Okay.
That's who I would pick first. He is 10-4. I know you said you don't go in the win category, but he's tied in second place, just below McClanahan with Eovaldi and Gallen, right? And the only other pitcher with more wins and slightly better ERA than him is McClanahan, but he's going on the IL. And I just have a feeling.
I also have a bad feeling that Kershaw is about to as well.
Don't put it out there yet.
He came out of it.
I know.
He came out, and I listened to Dave Roberts, and he said that I think he's supposed to. I'm worried about it. But he would have been,
Is he your second?
It probably would have been Kershaw. I probably would have gone McClanahan, Kershaw, Zach Gallen. Though Zach Gallen is the current NL favorite to win the award.
Really?
But I think that's
even though Kershaw and him are tied in the wins category, and Kershaw has a better ERA.
He's actually Kershaw's plus 425. Zach Gallen's like plus 200 right now. I think that's just them predicting Kershaw's going to fall off a little bit, and Gallen is like coming into his prime, which I don't think is fair. And these are the mid-season Flippy Awards, so I can't go based off of the future.
Nope.
That's why I probably would have had Kershaw at number 2,
Okay.
McClanahan as my mid-season Cy Young Award winner.
All right. Also kind of iffy that like both of our 1 and 2s are probably hitting the IL.
McClanahan is already
He
on
already
it.
is on the IL.
Kershaw, I'm just a little worried about.
You have, okay, I'm not going to put that out there. Let's move on to our mid-season MVP. This is a no-brainer.
This is a no-brainer. It's Shohei Ohtani. I've talked about this over the past couple of weeks, but there has never been an MVP favorite as heavy as Shohei Ohtani is before the halfway mark. And I started thinking about that when he was like minus 500, minus 600 to win the award. He's now minus 1,500 to win the AL MVP mark at the halfway mark of the season. This is unprecedented. It's unheard of. We obviously talked a ton about him on Monday and the historic June that he had. He's going to be an all-star. He's the starting DH. He's an all-star as a pitcher as well. Nobody's ever done that, and he's now done it 3 years in a row. It's Shohei Ohtani. If you combine everybody in the world right now, the MVP is Shohei Ohtani.
So how close would, say, a Ronald Acuna Jr., who's also doing historic things, how close of a second do you have him? So I'm guessing he's probably your second.
If Ronald Acuna was in the American League, or vice versa, if Shohei was in the National League, which I think is a more realistic conversation to have because he might be in that National League within the next year, I don't think Shohei's minus 1,500 to win the award. I still think if he had Ronald Acuna.
In his league. Okay.
If Ronald Acuna and him were in the same league, we're talking about a much closer race. I still think Shohei would be the heavy favorite at this point. But I've said this. To be more valuable than Shohei, it's going to take doing something historic. And Acuna is on pace for a 30-70 season, close to a 40-70 season, which is 40 homers, 70 stolen bases. He is clearly the best player in the National League right now, and I believe well on pace to win. He's minus 350 to win the National League MVP. Yeah. So, look, we can sit here. It's just think about this. Acuna is the heavy favorite to win in the National League right now. He's minus 350 to win it.
Yeah.
Shohei's minus 1,500 to win it in the American League. So, it's a much better conversation when you have Acuna and Shohei, but it's still, for me, the MVP of the first half is Shohei Ohtani.
Yep, 100%. I'd like to hear someone argue otherwise because it's not going to be a compelling case. No. But let's move on to your midseason rookie of the year. I also think I know exactly who you're going to say.
This brings me so much joy.
I know it does.
Corbin Carroll, who I clamored about all preseason into the beginning of the season, saying he's going to win NL Rookie of the Year. Well, guess what? He's now been named an All-Star in his rookie season.
Epic.
He's going back home to Seattle for his first ever All-Star game, which is awesome. He's batting .290 on the year, 17 homers, 24 RBIs. He's on pace for a 30-30 season as a rookie, which we talked about last year with Julio Rodriguez. It feels really good that Corbin Carroll is doing as well as he is in the first half. And my pick for first half Rookie of the Year is certainly Corbin Carroll. MVP CC.
How close was Josh Young there, though? Because he's also having a great season, tied with 17 home runs with Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, he's also an All-Star,
Yep.
a rookie All-Star,
Yep.
which is really cool because him and Josh Young, Corbin Carroll and Josh Young, first pair of rookies to start an All-Star game since 2008.
Wow.
And if you want to go one further there, it's the first time that a rookie has represented each league as a starter, one in the NL and one in the AL. So Josh Young has been awesome for the Rangers. It's close-ish. I mean, for me, it's clearly Corbin Carroll right now, just his ability to do everything. His power number, he's got 17 homers. He's still stolen 24 bases. That's close to on
tied
pace
for first with home runs, second in stolen bases. Yeah, .290 batting average, not bad.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And I am on a year-long mission
Yes, you are.
to get the Diamondbacks to tweet MVP CC in one of their tweets.
That's the new
They
goal?
know about it because we tweet back and forth.
Okay.
I even tweeted, I'm on a mission for the Diamondbacks to tweet this, and they liked it.
Okay.
So at some point this year,
Okay.
I need the Diamondbacks to tweet MVP CC. Trademark, Ben Verlander.
All right.
Okay.
Move on to our final category.
What's the final one?
Your mid-season top manager, who you
Yes.
going with.
So this one I think is as tough as like Cy Young is right now.
Yeah.
I think there's two clear answers.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Okay.
And it's Torey Lovullo with the Diamondbacks and Bruce Bochy with the Rangers. I'm going with Torey Lovullo with the D-backs for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
The main reason for me is nobody expected this team to be any good this year, and nobody expected the Rangers to be as good as they are.
Yeah, I was like, similar argument.
But they spent $500 million on their middle infield, and then you bring in DeGrom, though hurt, and totally revamp a pitching staff. Like, the team is full of stars. The Diamondbacks are full of just this misfit bunch that's leading the NL West. And I mean, I don't think anybody saw this coming. And I think with the roster that he has, having as much success as Torey Lovullo has had with this D-backs team, I went with him. Though I'm not arguing, I want to make this clear, I'm not arguing against Bruce Bochy.
Okay.
And the benefit that the voters have on this is that they're not doing what you and I are doing right now, combining the two leagues. I mean, there's a clear NL and AL winner right now. But for our argument, there isn't. And I'm going to go with Torey Lovullo.
Yeah, very similar reasons. I went with Bruce Bochy. I don't think anybody expected. I know I didn't expect the Rangers to be this dominant this season. We knew they were in a building. We knew they were going to get there within a couple of years, especially seeing the investment that they were making in their team and with these players and making these big offers, these big signings. But to do it this year in the same division as the reigning champs, Astros, and they have been in first place maybe 95% of the season,
all
maybe
year.
The whole 100%
It's fair
of
to
the
say
season.
all year. I mean,
yeah, majority of the season. Both these teams, as you mentioned, D-backs and Rangers, are in first place in their divisions. Each have 50 wins.
Each a very surprising first place.
Insane. So that's fair. That's both.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No.
Here. But I just think, with everything, I just think the roster that was given, if you were just to look at the rosters on paper, you would say the Rangers should be really good. And that piece that they needed to pull it all together was Bruce Bochy, which is great. And
Yeah.
the reason I went with Torey Lovello is because of this really young roster, rookies, a lot of unproven talent, and you're just kind of piecing it all together. And for that reason, Alex, I went with my first half Flippy Award for manager is Torey Lovello of the Diamondbacks.
All right.